Ever had one of those small arguments, the ones that somehow just snowball like way too fast? Starts with the dishwasher, ends up, I don't know, someone rethinking their life choices.
Oh, yeah. Well, today we're diving into a Reddit story where a fight over a baby name didn't just snowball. It basically triggered an avalanche that wiped out a whole marriage.
An avalanche involving divorce, STIs, and even parental rights. This sounds intense.
It really is. We're going through 4, maybe 5 updates from this original poster, tracking how this conflict just escalated and escalated, but also how he thankfully came out the other side.
Okay, let's get right into it. Part 1, April 2022. What's the setup? What kicked this whole thing off?
So we have this couple. He's 28, she's 26, been together a decade, married for 4 years. And they're expecting their first kid, a boy, due in July. The core issue, the name. The wife was absolutely insistent on naming the son after her older brother T, who had passed away.
Okay, honoring family, I get that usually. But something tells me T wasn't exactly poster boy of the year.
Not quite. According to the original poster, OOP, T had a really tough history. Drug addiction started young, like 14 or 15. He served time in prison, was apparently abusive to partners, even his own kid. And he stole from them, repeatedly. T died the year before from an overdose.
Well, from them, like from the OOP and his wife. What kind of stuff are we talking about? Give me the details.
Okay, get this. He apparently broke into their house and stole their TV, the wife's jewelry box, and OP's hunting rifle.
Whoa, a hunting rifle. Seriously. So she wants to name their kid after the guy who burgled their house and took a gun. That's not just grief talking, is it? That feels like something else entirely. Like, why would you want a walking reminder of that?
Exactly, OP's point. He refused. He suggested compromises, maybe other family names, but she wouldn't budge. It had to be T's full first and middle name. No changes.
So where did it all boil over? What was the breaking point?
It happened when OOP came home one day and found she'd already ordered a personalized baby blanket with T's name stitched right on it.
Oh, boy. Without even agreeing.
Yeah, he said he blew up, said he wasn't naming his son after, all that history. Her reaction was extreme. She started screaming at him, threatened to call the police if he didn't leave their house right then.
The police over a blanket argument. Yikes.
And she insisted, police or no police, she was either changing the name legally herself or she just called the baby T regardless of what was on the birth certificate. So OOP left.
Man. Okay, so Reddit obviously sided with him, right? NTA.
Overwhelmingly NTA, yeah. Not the asshole. That was the clear verdict. Which brings us to the first update. About 3 months later, July 2022. Things seemed to take a turn. About a week after that huge fight, they had a long, serious talk. She admitted she was really struggling with her brother's death, way more than she'd let on, and they actually agreed to start couples therapy together.
Oh, okay. That sounds surprisingly grown up. After the whole police threat thing, did people online buy it, or did they think she was just, trying to manage the situation?
That's a fair question. There was definitely skepticism in the comments, like maybe she was just saying what he wanted to hear. But OOP seemed hopeful. He felt it was genuine. And, in the immediate term, it seemed to work. They even reached a compromise on the name.
Really? What was the compromise name?
They picked a first name they both genuinely loved. And for the middle name, they used T's middle name, but just spelled it differently. So a nod, but not the exact name.
Okay. Crisis managed. Therapy, compromise. Things are looking up.
You'd think so. But then came the real resolution. Early July, she goes into labor, gets to the hospital. And instead of the boy they'd been planning for and fighting over, she delivers a perfectly healthy baby, Gyar.
No way. A girl. Huh. That is the universe stepping in with the ultimate plot twist. Problem solved. That just wipes the whole name slate clean, doesn't it? Amazing. What did they name her?
They named her Eleanor Shea. OOP wrote about how instantly in love he was, totally smitten.
Eleanor Shea. Love it. The baby who ended the war without firing a shot. Okay, so now things are settled, right? Happy family.
Well, fast forward 1 year. July 2023. This is update 2. On the surface, life looks good. Nice house, steady jobs. They're apparently still in therapy. Eleanor's a happy 1-year-old. Then OOP finds out his wife has been cheating on him for about 2 months.
Oh, man. How did that come out? Please tell me it involves some kind of clumsy digital trail.
Almost exactly. It was kind of accidental. Little Eleanor's tablet, the one she used for nighttime videos.
A 1-year-old needs nighttime videos. Okay, continue.
Right. Anyway, her tablet died. So OOP grabbed his wife's iPad to set up the videos for Eleanor. And while he's doing that, he sees messages, texts that make it very clear his wife, who was supposed to be away on a bachelorette trip with friends, was actually meeting up with another man.
Wow. The toddler's screen time craving brings down the whole marriage. That's uniquely modern, isn't it? So what were the details? How serious was this affair?
Pretty serious. She'd met this guy on Facebook a couple of months earlier. They'd met up, spent nights together. They were even planning a romantic cruise. And OOP had been, encouraging her to go out more, thinking she was just socializing with friends.
Oh, that's brutal. Did he find anything else?
Yeah. This is the kicker. He checked their home security camera footage and found video of the affair partner swimming in their backyard pool.
In the pool, while OOP was presumably at work or something. That's bold. That's beyond just cheating. That's making himself at home.
Completely. So OOP didn't mess around. He immediately contacted a lawyer, printed out all the evidence texts, photos, the video footage. When she came home early from her fake trip, he confronted her. Calmly, he said. Just handed her the divorce papers and the stack of proof. She apparently cried, yelled, the whole thing. He just gray-walled her, totally unemotional.
Good for him. But wait, there's usually another shoe to drop in these stories.
There is.
Yeah.
And it's awful. 2 days after the confrontation, OOP gets his results back from an STI test he'd taken. He tested positive for HSV-2, herpes, which he hadn't had before. He called it her parting gift.
Oh my God. That's devastating. That takes it from betrayal to something physically permanent. Jeez. How did he even cope with that on top of everything else?
He wrote that he just focused on the divorce, getting custody sorted, and continuing his own therapy, preparing to be a single dad. Which leads us right into Update 3, August 2023. And maybe the most shocking part of this whole thing, the abandonment. During the divorce proceedings, things were mostly straightforward. House was his, finances separate. But the wife contested one single thing. She filed a petition to terminate her own parental rights to Eleanor, their daughter, who was just over a year old at this point.
She wanted to what? Voluntarily give up being her mother, legally erase herself from her daughter's life, the same woman who fought tooth and nail over a name for a hypothetical son, but the actual living daughter she wants nothing to do with. I don't understand that.
Nobody did. It completely baffled the Reddit community. She apparently wanted no pictures, no updates, no contact, total cutoff. This sudden, really radical shift in her behavior led to a lot of speculation online. People trying to figure out why.
Okay, yeah, let's hear the theories. What were people guessing was behind this? Complete 180.
Well, theory A was basically gender disappointment. The idea was maybe she only wanted a boy to, replace or memorialize her brother T. And when Eleanor turned out to be a girl, she just wasn't useful for that purpose anymore. So the wife just emotionally disconnected.
That sounds cold. And maybe too simple. Why go through therapy and compromise on the name if she was just going to ditch the kid if it wasn't a boy? Doesn't quite track with the whole year of parenting, does it?
Right. It ignores that whole year where things seemed okay. Which leads to theory B, an underlying crisis. Maybe addiction, like her brother. Or a serious, maybe untreated mental health issue. People threw out possibilities like severe postpartum depression, maybe even a psychotic break triggered by grief, or possibly bipolar disorder manifesting as a manic destructive phase.
That feels potentially more plausible, given the extreme swing in behavior. What's the third theory?
Theory C was related. Complex grief leading to self-destruction. Basically, the idea that her unresolved trauma over T's death just kind of festered. And eventually, it led her to blow up her entire life, the affair, abandoning her child maybe as a way to feel something, or perhaps just complete self-sabotage because the pain was too much.
And didn't she cut off her own family too, her parents?
Yes, that's a key detail. She cut ties with her parents as well, even though they're still very much involved in Eleanor's life, thankfully. Which does lend weight to the idea of a total breakdown, not just targeted rejection.
Man, it sounds less like a calculated decision and more like someone completely unraveling.
Whatever the reason, the outcome for OOP and Eleanor is, thankfully, much brighter now. Update 4 from April 2024 and another recent one from July 2025 give us the final picture. Divorce is final. You've got full custody. He and Eleanor moved to Arizona to live near his parents, get that stability and support system. The ex-wife's petition to terminate her rights is apparently still in legal limbo, but she hasn't seen Eleanor in over 7 months now. Denies all requests for visitation.
Arizona, sunshine and distance. Good move. Okay, this is what we need, the happy ending part. How is little Eleanor Shea doing? She's what, almost 3 now?
She's thriving, absolutely thriving. OOP describes her as super smart, knows her alphabet, counts to 20, loves animals, big fan of Bluey, And apparently Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton. Okay, this kid has taste. That's fantastic. What's the best part, though? The sign, she's really doing okay.
He wrote that she thinks farts and a cow mooing are the definition of comedy.
Huh, yes. That's perfect. That pure, unadulterated toddler joy. That's the sign right there. Contrast that with all the trauma.
Wow. And how's OOP doing? He seems really solid, still in therapy himself, which is great. He actually switched jobs to get better hours, be more present for Eleanor, and he specifically mentioned he's not dating. Said Eleanor needs stability more than I need a girlfriend. His focus is completely on her, building a good life for them both. Added a dog and a cat to the family, too.
That is fantastic. Seriously, what a turnaround from that insane name fight, the rifle theft memory, the cheating, the STI, the abandonment. For him to pull through that and just double down on being a good dad, that's resilience right there.
It really is. Prioritizing his daughter's well-being above everything else seems to have been his anchor through it all.
Absolutely. Okay, so wrapping this up, it's just wild. From point A to point Z, but it makes you think, right? So here's my question for you listening. Looking back at the whole crazy story, what hits you as the most, disturbing sign of the chaos? Is it the initial demand, naming the kid after the guy who stole the family gun? Or is it the final act, deciding to just delete your own child from your life, terminate parental rights?
It's the sheer gap between those 2 points, isn't it? The intense fight for something related to the child, then the complete rejection of the child. It's hard to reconcile.
It really is. Makes you realize sometimes the fight isn't even about the thing people are fighting over. It's about something much deeper and much more broken inside. But hey, you know what? Eleanor Shea is in Arizona learning her ABCs, laughing at cow noises, and probably listening to Jolene. And maybe, just maybe, that's the best outcome we could have hoped for.